Because whenever you move, there's a very high likelihood that their arms or legs are going to be out of position. Whenever you get your opponent out of position, that's a great opportunity to capitalize off of submission. Okay? So if I am here and I got to this side control and I'm keeping him here, I know that this frame right here, okay, is intended to push me that way. For this frame to work, I know he needs to frame my hip, okay? Because the more he frames my hip, okay, now as he uses this frame, it actually works very well right there, okay? If he's only using this frame but doesn't frame there, see how it's almost like I can defeat that frame? So you have to frame the hip right here with the elbow part just below your elbow here in order for this frame to work and line up this elbow against my head, pushing me towards your, yeah, right there. That becomes a problem. Now, for me to counter that, I need to slide up to the wrist. One effective way to slide up to the wrist as I control the head is to be able to hook on the inside of his elbow, bring it down this way, and just lift up here and trap it right here. Okay? From here, all I'm gonna do now is I get the underhook here, and I start moving forward here, and I post my head on the mat here, and I'm still underneath his right arm. So it's very difficult for him to really turn because I'm keeping him flat. From here, I turn on my right shoulder with my head posted, and now I got his wrist palm, not his wrist, with no thumb. Okay? From here, it's a super deep key lock here. I'm just gonna straighten it this way a little bit just because he's got shoulders here, my right hand's underneath, and I got a very tight key lock from side control. This is a super effective way to get their arms essentially out of position, okay? Because you're trapping it. Here, this is good for him, but what you're gonna do is that you push back into his frame here in my hip, okay? And as he's guiding my head towards his feet, I move it this way and I just lift up here and he can't readjust it. If my hand is not here, he can follow it here. Okay, so I go here and you kind of pull it and now you just close it and clamp it. From here, I still have the underhook here. As now I get here and I post my head on the mat, still keeping this here. As he's fairly kind of more flat on the side, but if he starts moving, I can always go back to side control, move around a bit. But I have a very good control here to be able to now get him in a deep key lock, because you want to really unfold it right here, just where it's got shoulders that are very tight, and you'll see that it just torques it right there. So for you guys, just move it out here, get the wrist palm here, hold it flat, and even here, it's already super, super tight, okay? So time, here, just framing, because even if I were to go here, sometimes this frame, and he frames and his hips out, like there, yes, that's already a problem for me, okay? So I have to recognize all this stuff right here, as he can also kick this hand and do the C-frame here. So if I'm here, he can then get that left hand C-frame, and now he can start scooting out right there, and already I begin to now lose side control. So what I want to do is, I want to be aware of this and get his arms out of position here. So as I'm here, I'm constantly keep moving here. So his head's out of position now. As I'm here and I hook here and lift the head, clamp, yeah, underneath, okay? And I want you just to post your head here as you're wide here. As I'm kind of tilting on my right shoulder, I can come in with my right hand or left hand and grab the wrist palm. I want to always roll it from here. I can just even finish it here. Sometimes if it's too much here, I can begin to get right through here with my fist and then roll it. But he's tight shouldered, so here and here, and then this right here is a super tight key lock that you chopped on, okay? So one last time, here, moving around, move here, and just move it up to the wrist, clamp it here, and get the underhook here, cut that shoulder, and then just move here and post that head along, kind of more so in line with his elbow here. If you can't really straighten it too much here, you got momentarily rotate to your right shoulder, grabbing his wrist and rotating here. Just be careful here, because now you can just push it down. It works, or you can straighten out here, and I'm still keeping him flat with my body here. And then you see how easily the key locks work. Okay, so you gotta trap the wrist. So ultimately you're gonna move from here, okay? But in order for me to do anything here, I gotta be able to use my core pressure to lift my head. So as he's framing me here, Okay, and from here, spinning, and here, and here. And then that's it. From here, this is super tight, just right here in itself. So just be careful with the shoulders, because I'm keeping a real tight fulcrum right under his shoulder here, so that it really just forks it right here. If my hand were here, it wouldn't be as tight, but still, it's super tight because I'm keeping it flat. You want to do the keel up here, nice and gentle, going flat. Okay, try they're going to pin it at the wrist, chin. Okay, 1, 2, 3.